Good evening, and welcome. Tonight's lead story focuses on a significant policy shift from the White House, as U.S. President Donald Trump has reversed a major scientific determination first issued during the Obama administration. The decision centers on the 2009 endangerment finding, a ruling that concluded a range of greenhouse gases poses a threat to public health. That finding has served as the legal foundation for federal actions aimed at limiting planet warming emissions for more than a decade. Its reversal marks a major change in the federal government's approach to regulating greenhouse gases. The 2009 determination, issued by the Environmental Protection Agency during the first year of former President Barack Obama's first term, identified 6 key greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, as dangers to human health. The finding became central to federal regulatory efforts, particularly at a time when Congress was divided and unable to pass legislation addressing rising global temperatures. In the absence of new laws from Capitol Hill, the Environmental Protection Agency relied on the endangerment finding as the basis for setting emission standards across multiple sectors. According to the White House, President Trump's decision to revoke the finding represents what it describes as the largest deregulation in American history. Administration officials say the move is designed to reduce regulatory burdens, lower energy and transportation costs, and make vehicles more affordable for consumers. The White House has stated that reversing the regulation would reduce costs for automobile manufacturers by approximately $2,400 per vehicle. Officials also contend that overturning the rule will save more than $1 trillion overall. Speaking from the Oval Office on Thursday, President Trump sharply criticized the original 2009 determination. He described it as a disastrous policy from the Obama era that he said severely damaged the American auto industry and significantly increased prices for American consumers. The president also referred to the regulation as the legal foundation for what he called the Green New Scam, referencing the climate agenda advanced by Democrats. Former President Barack Obama responded to the decision, despite rarely commenting on the policies of sitting presidents. In a statement posted on X, he said that repealing the endangerment finding would make Americans more vulnerable. He wrote that without the ruling, the country would be less safe, less healthy, and less able to fight climate change, adding that the change would benefit the fossil fuel industry. Environmental groups have strongly criticized the administration's action. They described the reversal as the most significant rollback on climate change policy yet attempted. Several organizations have indicated that they plan to challenge the decision in court. Legal disputes are widely expected, given the central role the endangerment finding has played in federal climate policy for more than a decade. The Environmental Protection Agency's original 2009 stance established that greenhouse gases contribute to climate change in ways that endanger public health and welfare. That determination provided the agency with authority under existing law to regulate emissions from vehicles, power plants, oil and gas operations, landfills, and even aircraft. Megan Greenfield, a former attorney with the Environmental Protection Agency and the Department of Justice, described the endangerment finding as the linchpin of U.S. greenhouse gas regulation. She noted that standards across multiple sectors were premised on that single determination. The Trump administration argues that reversing the finding will relieve economic pressure. Diana Furch-Kutroth, who served in the U.S. Department of Transportation during President Trump's first term, said the regulations had imposed a burden on the economy, resulting in higher prices and the relocation of manufacturing abroad. She stated that manufacturing had moved to China, where production is carried out in what she described as a dirtier way. She added that ending energy-intensive manufacturing in some countries only to have it relocate to China and India does not reduce global emissions. However, environmental advocates question the projected savings outlined by the administration. Peter Zalzal of the Environmental Defense Fund said the rollback would lead Americans to spend approximately $1.4 trillion more in additional fuel costs due to less efficient and higher polluting vehicles. He also cited an analysis suggesting that the action could result in up to 58,000 additional premature deaths and 37 million more asthma attacks. Within the U.S. auto industry, some observers point to potential uncertainty surrounding the rollback. Manufacturing less fuel-efficient vehicles, they say, could affect American automakers' competitiveness in overseas markets. Michael Gerard, a climate law expert at Columbia University, said the rollback reinforces earlier steps, such as the relaxation of fuel economy standards. He added that the move places us automakers in a difficult position, as international markets may be less inclined to purchase American vehicles if they do not meet stricter efficiency standards. The reversal of the endangerment finding also carries broader legal implications. While it supports the administration's goal of scaling back climate regulations, it may also have unintended consequences. The 2009 determination had previously been used by the Trump administration to prevent states from enacting stricter carbon emissions laws. It also served to assign federal responsibility for regulating greenhouse gases, which in turn was used to limit certain nuisance lawsuits brought by individuals or organizations over climate-related claims. Legal experts anticipate that the courts will now play a central role in determining the outcome of this policy shift. Megan Greenfield, now with the Washington law firm Jenner and Block, said the endangerment finding has blocked numerous lawsuits and has been influential in keeping plaintiffs' claims out of court. She added that states and nonprofit groups are expected to bring suits, likely in state courts, to clarify how the new legal framework will function. As the policy battle unfolds, attention is also turning to the scientific foundation underlying the original 2009's finding and the administration's rationale for overturning it. That aspect of the debate is expected to become a key focus in the legal challenges ahead. And as we continue, we will take a closer look at the scientific arguments, the legal strategies being prepared on both sides, and how this decision could reshape federal authority over greenhouse gas regulation across the United States.